we are. All right, can you hear me? Check, check, check. It's a nice TV, huh? Yes. Okay. All right. Do we start back from the beginning, Dustin? Where we at? All right. Sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty with our mics. We're gonna switch out. So, hey guys, this is Ronnie Calhoun from Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We're here at the beautiful Playmaker Sports Bar and Grill at Magnolia Bluff Casino, and I'm with my buddy.
And we're live.
Joey Martin. We're live. That's right. I reached out to Joey a little while back and asked him if he had any interest in joining forces and let's do something to spread some positivity and point the spotlight on the youth in the community, which you've been doing for many years.
Yes.
And we're here. We're excited.
We're excited about it. Absolutely. I appreciate you calling. There's nobody else I'd rather work with than you, and we've had a great relationship over the years. And this is exciting times. I'm really pumped about it.
Yeah, that's right. And before we get started, I want to say thank you to all of our awesome partners who make it possible for us to get out in the community and do things that we do and take chances and try to do things to spotlight the kids and everybody. So thank you to all of our partners. So Joey, I want to introduce you. Most everybody watching this probably already knows Joey. He's a local legend, but you've been doing so. You've been covering sports in the Miss Lou since what, 1907?
AD now. Make sure you get that in there. It's been a while, since about the mid 70s. Yeah, but it's been a fun ride, and I get excited this time of year. It's just like starting over and being rejuvenated, kind of like a fun time, and looking forward to this season. We've had a crazy off season for sure, but hey, let's get things going.
That's right, man. So how long have you been covering the sports here?
I started back about 73, okay, and moved to the Sentinel in 2000. So seen a lot of great players, great coaches. Of course, we've got two coming on today who are both, and excited to talk to them.
Yeah, that's going to be Josh Lloyd from Cathedral and Steve Davis from Natchez High. They'll be joining us a little bit.
Right. Josh West couldn't make it. We had him scheduled, but they're having a new teacher orientation.
Okay.
So we'll have him next couple of weeks.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. And I got my Sentinel.
All right.
They're looking at some headlines. So we got our Coke products here. Our buddies Carter Lusk over there somewhere running around, and Clint Gooch, and we've got our Coke buddies here. See Tim Morrissey with the casino back there. Let's dive in, man. Let's start talking about some sports, what we're here to do. I saw that the Cathedral and ACCS softball girls are off to a hot start.
Right. Both got a couple of wins early, both looking good. So, hey, big things ahead for them.
How do you feel about those squads? They seem like they both have pretty good squads.
They do. Cathedral has a number of excellent players back, so they can make a run. They lost to the state defending champion, Oak Forest, but they've got two other wins and have looked really good in those wins. And I believe they're hosting a tournament this Saturday, which AC will be playing in, and that should be a lot of fun. But yeah, great expectations.
Yeah, we've got some softball players around here.
Absolutely.
And that's been over the years we've had some softball players.
Look at the youth sports around here this summer. Just been outstanding.
Yeah. So when I grab my paper, I grab my Sentinel every either Wednesday night or Thursday morning. And I've been doing it since I moved home. I love it. I truly mean that. And I was really happy to see when I pulled out the sports page, It says Moody signs with Hines Community College.
Yeah, that's Jalen Moody.
Yeah.
He just graduated from Vidalia, finished first in the 200 at state, Class 2A. At some points, he had the fastest time in 2A in the 100. Now, he finished second in the 100 at state after finishing first in the 200. But, yeah, congratulations to him going to Hines. There's I was talking to his coach, Kel Davis. There's a lot of people who slept on this kid. And Kel's like, when he gets the proper training, when he gets a facility to practice on, top notch, he's going to even be faster. So great things ahead for Jalen. And I think that's the best thing for him, too, going to community college, getting your feet wet in the college and be able to do more before you get to a bigger program and you've got that under your belt. So,
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And a little something that you may not know about is Jalen was one of my students at Vidalia Junior High.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Jalen was one of my top students. He was a great kid. And a funny story about seeing this headline is I took a group to LSU years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. When Jalen was in 8th grade, I took a group to LSU. And we were over by the track and field, and some of the coaches from LSU came over. And they said, "Hey, guys, where are you from?" We said, "Vidalia, Louisiana." And they said, "Well, come around and check it out." And some of the track athletes were practicing and everything. We got to talk to some of the coaches. And it was Jalen and Chris Brooks and all those guys. And I look on Facebook one night, and I see this video of Jalen winning state. And I was like, man, that's awesome. It really hit me because I was like, at that point, we didn't even have a track and field team in Vidalia.
Right.
And here it is 4 years later. Jalen is running on that same track at LSU that we went to.
Absolutely.
And I'm really proud. He was always one of those kids that he took leadership serious. And I would try to tell my kids to own the classroom, and Jalen would be like, "Hey, Mr. Ronnie's talking," And so Hines is getting a good kid right there.
Absolutely are.
I just wanted to brag on him a little bit because he there's a lot of good kids, and he's one of them.
He is. For sure.
So what else are we looking at as far as some headlines
of course,
and some things happening?
Hard to believe.
5 minutes. Okay, yeah.
Hard to believe, but there's a football game, a real football game next Friday. That's going to be ACCS hosting Bowling Green.
Okay.
And August 11th. I just like, whoa, what is the deal?
August 11th. Is that early? That seems pretty early.
It's very early. And Josh has got a game August 18th, and he's used to being in the public schools and not starting that early. But
yeah.
And this came about. David King, AC coach, told me that the Bowling Green administrator called him and said, "Look, we got to play this number of games, but we always have to take a week off." Bowling Green's in Franklinton for a strawberry festival. And anyway, can y'all play? Kind of like what was it, the Buckeye, the squirrel game?
Yeah.
So is there any way we could play the August 11th? And David's like, "Sure, okay, I'll do you that favor." And I don't think Bowling Green's ever beaten AC, but Bowling Green just got the coach from Tylertown who did a good job. And David's going, "Uh-oh, what have I done here?" But I'm sure he's got them ready to go. AC is going to be really a force this year.
Are they?
Yeah.
So, we just got the 5 minute before Josh, before we get Coach Loy up. But real quick, in a couple of minutes, what's your outlook on some of the local teams here? Who are going to be
I think
who's rebuilding? Who's strong?
Yeah, I think AC is going to be strong again. They could easily be in the title game. The rest of the schools, I think it's a bit like last year. You'll see some improvement, but overall, it's going to be a year where we'll probably get a couple that may go to the second round. But I think it's going to be a lot like last year. A lot of these of our schools have a lot of good young players. So down the road, we're going to have a really good group.
So some of the teams are still a little bit young, and we'll learn more about that today and then next week as we get some other coaches on too. Well, I guess do you want to bring Coach Loy on?
Sounds good.
So Coach Loy is with you can bring him on. He's with Cathedral now. So come on in, man. Yeah. How are you?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
So, Right here.
Yeah, come on in. We'll put you in the middle.
All right, let's do it.
Put the better looking guys in the middle.
There you go. There you
I
go.
don't know about that.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
So
right
the-
off, I want to say, if perseverance means anything, this guy has been through it to get his dream job, and to finally get that, I'm just so thrilled for him. And how's it feel to be head coach at Cathedral?
It's been like you said, perseverance. It's been a long time coming. Some days you didn't know if it was ever going to happen. There were years that some tough coaching years where I thought about getting out of this thing, and God just kept telling me to get back in there and keep doing this, what you're meant to do, and He's going to put you where He needs you when He needs you there. And so this is finally my opportunity, my time. I'm excited to be there, and it's been awesome. This kid's worked extremely hard. It's been a great. I got there February 1st, so it's been a busy 7 months or so, but it's been good.
So I'm gonna let this right here for. So tell us a little bit about for those that may not know you and know your story. Tell us a little bit about your journey that you were just kind of talking about.
This is
where you got to where you are today.
We were adding it up when we started football practice last week, and this is year 20, but you got here quick. It's got here quick. I'm not the young guy anymore.
I didn't know you were old enough to be 20 years.
I was the young guy on staff for many years, and everybody, but now I'm the old dog now. So that's the way I feel anyway. This is year 20. I started out as a graduate assistant under Hal Mummy at Southeastern, right out of college, right out of graduating from LSU, and got my start there. I GA'd at Delta State for a year, and the last 18 years I've been at the high school level, mainly in the Natchez area. I mean, I've coached at just about every school in this town at some point in my journey and climbing that coaching ladder. I spent time at Natchez High. I was the head coach at Trinity and won a state championship in 2013. My first high school job was actually at ACCS. I was defensive coordinator for Bobby Marks. Joey remembers that. And so the last 6 or 7 years I've been in Louisiana, Denham Springs, and Vidalia, but it's been a journey, no doubt about it.
And speaking of Vidalia, of course, you got there, and Samaje Hayes was a freshman.
He was a sophomore.
Sophomore starting quarterback. Now you get to Cathedral, and you've got 2 sophomore quarterbacks. So
I do. So Samaje was our best athlete, and
good kid too.
Great kid,
yeah.
And he's getting an opportunity to play in college, and he's going to do well. But you saw that growth all the way through. His sophomore year we struggled. The COVID year was tough. We didn't get to play a lot of games, and that kind of hurt his growth a little bit. Only playing 6 games. Then junior year he started coming out in the shell, and then last year I think he was the Democrat Player of the Year. He had a great senior season. So we got a sophomore group at Cathedral too that I like. I like Tristan Fondren, and I like Traylon Cusick. They've kind of been in a quarterback battle all through the spring, all through the summer. One of these guys is kind of emerging as the guy. We hadn't officially named the starter, but he's starting to get more reps and everything. And like you said, it's always going to be tough having a sophomore quarterback. But you look in the big picture, and you've got this guy potentially for 3 years leading the team, which is exciting as well.
I mean, you're getting to groom them the whole way. And
absolutely.
And that's big. And not just quarterback, a lot of other positions.
Yeah, we've got a lot of sophomores that are going to be plugged in and going to have to play a lot this year. We've got really good – that class has got a chance to be really good, and we're going to throw them in the fire this year. We're going to get a lot of opportunities this year.
Tough schedule, though, huh?
Very, very tough. Very tough. We were talking about it the other day. It's kind of the SEC West of 5A MAIS. I mean, it's extremely tough. We got Park Lane, ACCS, Oak Forest, Silliman, Brookhaven Academy, and you go down the list, and there's not a week where you can say
no breaks.
That's an easy one. They're all going to be tough. So.
Absolutely.
Well, I was at my normal breakfast spot over at Go-Mart this morning. I ran into Wright, who was on your staff.
Yep.
He told me he felt pretty good about the team. He said, "I'm feeling better and better about it."
Yeah.
So tell us a little. We talked kind of about your background, but tell for those who may not have seen many of your games, what's your coaching style? What's your approach to football?
We'll be spread on offense, which Cathedral's been a lot of that in the past, but we'll be a lot more multiple as far as changing personnel and doing some different things they haven't done in the past. We'll run some 2 tight stuff, some 2 back stuff, which they haven't done in the past. Defensively, they've always been kind of a forefront and played very vanilla. We're going to be a 3-3-5. Just feel like it fits our personnel better. We're going to be aggressive on defense. We're going to bring people and disguise things, mix coverages, and they haven't really done a lot of that on defense in the past. So we're looking forward to, and these kids have really, they're excited about these new schemes because it's different for them, and it is aggressive. We're going to be aggressive on both sides of the ball. So
I guess one thing you're gonna have to deal with, especially right now and this month, is cramps. So how do you?
yeah, there's no way to truly prepare for this heat. I mean, you tell them to hydrate and eat and take care of their bodies and take ice baths and everything, but there's no way to truly, once you're out in it with this humidity and the heat. So we just got to be smart. We're cutting time on practice. We're trying to do as less pads as we can certain days. We're not even putting pads on today. We've got a scrimmage tomorrow. We're going to take some pads off and try to shorten it up a little bit for them today and just try to keep them as fresh as you can. I mean, it's difficult, but we hadn't shied away from it. We knew we were going to have to practice after school, so we jumped right in it at 3:30 and trying to get them acclimated to it. I mean, there's no way to hide from it. If we've got to start football in July, this is what it is.
Yeah, right. That's right.
August 18th, you've got Central Hines. Have you kind of scouted them?
Central Hines got a new coach too, so it's kind of they're doing things kind of like we're doing things. It's going to be a new scheme. There's no way to really kind of know what they're doing yet. We'll get some film on them from Jamboree and scrimmage closer to time, but they've always had a tough team. They beat Cathedral last year, so we know what kind of kids they have and what they've done in the past. So, and we got to go on the road first game too. So.
And your first home game as Cathedral head coach against St. Al, how cool is that?
That was going to be pretty special. We're doing a big champions night that night. We're going to celebrate. We've had a championship team in 73, 83, and 93.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to call all those teams back and honor them before the game. 93 actually played for a state championship.
That Jared West group?
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually played for a state championship that year. So.
Yeah, Smithville, wasn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we're gonna have those guys back on campus and,
that's
honor
great.
those champions. And it was important to do it that game because everybody has played somehow. That's been our rival forever.
Absolutely.
And as long as we're playing football and they're playing football, that's going to be a rivalry. So it's going to be exciting that first game.
Absolutely. Well, Cathedral started football in 1938. I didn't cover that game right, but the overall record 478, 356, and 11. So 22 wins away from 500 wins. If I was a betting man, well, I'd be over there if I was a betting man. I would say you're going to get that 500th win at Cathedral.
I hope so. It's going to take some hard work, but I hope I'm there to be that guy to get that 500th win.
And your family there, how special is that?
It's amazing. Being able to walk the halls. I had two of mine in PE last year in PE class, and being able to walk the halls and see my youngest one and just walk that campus and see your kids, that's what I've wanted for a long time.
Absolutely.
So, and they get to get dropped off early in the morning by dad and not mom anymore. So it's been good.
Awesome.
So you're talking about bringing in a similar but a new offensive system. Is that something that I didn't know that you coached with Hal Mummy, so I'm kind of curious. What did you learn from him, and is this system that you have now something that you have sort of brought from that?
It is like it's a lot of air raid principles, passing game wise, a lot of stuff that the air raid does. We do a lot more gap scheme run wise. We don't run a lot of zone scheme, which is typically an air raid team, but we're more gap scheme in our run game, and we read everything in our run game, which is a little unusual, and not everybody does that either. But our passing game is a lot of air raid concepts and some of my air raid background from being with Coach Mummy.
Okay, and what pressure does that put on the defense? Why did you choose this style? Where does it put the most pressure on the defense?
I mean, Joey's known me a long time. I was a running back naturally in high school, so I still like to run the football, but it's the passing game has changed so much, and it's kind of even the playing field in high school football. It gives you a great opportunity to stay in games and win games if you can throw the football. So I think a lot of people are going that route. I mean, you're seeing it all across the board, but it's good to have that to fall back on. But in my heart, I'm still an old running back, and if we can run the football, we're going to run it.
He was the Jacob Hester of high school. If you needed a yard, he was going to get it.
Hard-headed, just
absolutely.
There was no cutting and juking. It was straight.
Hey, look, man, old school. Yeah. So, what about record aside, because you do have a young team and it's a first year. Record aside, what are you looking for that you would consider this a successful season?
I tell my kids all the time, and they never hear me talk about it. We don't ever talk about wins. We don't talk about wins. We talk about doing things the right way. We talk about taking care of the fine details and everything that we do. We talk about showing up, being consistent, putting in that work every day. And the wins always take care of themselves. They always follow that. And I've told them, I've seen it my whole career. If you do that, the wins come. They're going to come. So we don't talk about wins. We don't circle games that we think this is a win. We just say, we got to get 1-0 this week. How do we go about doing that? And we try to stack day after day with consistency. And that's what we've tried to build since I've been here in February. So,
well, the difference between being an assistant coach and head coach, do you have to be more calm and collected as a head coach?
Yeah. And you got a lot more to do. So you got a lot more on your plate. And then you throw the AD thing in there too.
Oh, wow.
I've been extremely busy, but I've always thought of myself as a head coach ever since I've had those opportunities. Even as an assistant these last few years, I looked at it through a head coaching lens just because I think I'm a better head coach than assistant coach, honestly. But yeah, there's a lot more to do. There's a lot more to do.
What since you've got the open platform here, what would you like to say to some of the parents and the fans about the year, going into the year, somewhat set expectations and stuff?
I think we had a great parent meeting in May, and we kind of set those expectations up there. I think they've seen how consistent and how we're trying to instill some discipline in these guys and do things the right way. I think they've been very receptive to that. The parents have. I think everybody knows that I think it was won 7 games the last 2 years. I mean, we just got to go and we got to get this thing back in the road where it needs to be. It had kind of come off the rails a little bit, and we're just doing it day after day. And like I said, those wins, all that stuff, it always, when you're doing it the right way, it takes care of itself. And I just feel like we're going to get there. It may not be this year. I don't know how long it'll take. I don't think anybody truly knows how long those kind of things take. But if you just day after day, it's consistency, day after day.
Look, there's a pretty good coach over in Alabama that follows that same philosophy.
Yeah. He's done pretty well. I will never get to that level, but we definitely want to pattern some of the things that they do for sure.
Well, I mean, I think that's the right approach, man. You know, you can't worry about 10 weeks down the road right now. Anyway, you can only control the moment. So
we're worried about scrimmaging Centerville tomorrow. We're not even worried about Central Hines right now. We're worried about scrimmaging and taking care of what we got to do tomorrow at Centerville. So that's the approach we've taken.
Joey, I'll leave you if you got anything else for
No, I just best of luck to you, and man, glad to see you back at the head.
I'm excited about it. We're gonna do the best job we can. I think we're gonna put a good product on the field.
You will.
The Cathedral fans and parents can be proud of, and we're excited to get this thing kicked off.
I'll be over there watching some games and listening to my buddy Walt Brown.
The legend Walt Brown.
Legendary Walt Brown. That's right.
The voice of Greenway football.
He's the man.
That's right. So as long as he doesn't bring any cowbells with him.
That's right. That's right.
Well, man, we sure do appreciate you stopping in. And
absolutely.
And this is our first show, and we're glad to have you. And this is going to be the first of hopefully many conversations that we have with all of you guys over the season and over the years moving forward.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
appreciate you, man.
No problem. Happy to do it.
All right. Dustin will get your mic for you right there. So Joey, you want to what you think about that, man?
That was fun. I'm excited for Josh because he's certainly deserved that.
Yeah, Josh is a good guy. I've seen him in multiple roles outside of coaching, and I've seen him working with some of our special needs kids, and he's just a good guy all around.
Absolutely.
And I hope that the fans and the parents and all that will be patient with Josh and all the other coaches who are new and who are building programs, because it takes time and it's hard work.
He will have them playing up to their capability for sure.
Okay. Are we having the glitch, Dustin?
It's video glitch.
Okay.
1 second.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you, Josh. We'll get fixed back up. We'll get you right on in.
Well, Steve, I got to start off going back, first of all.
Oh yeah.
Those North Natchez days.
Oh man, those
That
were the best days.
1988 team, the best defensive high school team I've watched. Y'all were incredible.
It, it, it was fun. I actually didn't. I was just there,
Mhm.
but to see what those guys did playing ball, I think they shut out 7 of the 10 guys. I
Right.
mean, teams that they played. The,
I guess
the,
what's about 8 or 9
8
went
and
on to
11
college.
right? About 8 or 9.
I know
You had
Anthony Harris was
Anthony
just
Harris, Steve
oh,
Sessions, Kelvin Knight,
Herman
Herman Carroll,
Jasper Matthews.
Jasper Matthews,
Yeah. Just
Reggie Simpson. You know, all those guys. It was loaded.
it was.
Are some of these guys still around town?
Some are,
Are some
but,
of them still around the program?
I'm trying to actually bring them back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring them back. You
Okay.
know, some have actually moved on, but we're trying to bring it back to where whether you went to either North Natchez or either South Natchez, we're all Natchez football.
There you
That's
go.
right.
So that's the thing. We're actually trying to do.
That's
Hey,
right.
First year you go 5-6. Kind of a strange year. You won your first 2, lost the next 5, and then ended up winning the last 3. That's kind of your motivation, or kind of using that.
Yeah, well, we came in, and when I got started in April, there were some things that I wanted to actually do differently. First thing was we had to get stronger. So we were not a strong physical team last year.
In your
And
conference, you got to be.
You have to be. So once teams kind of figured it out, they started to run. We were good on the back end, but we were not strong up front.
Mhm.
So we didn't handle stopping the run too well. We didn't handle running the ball too well. But it took us those 5 games to actually get ourselves in front of it. So we were actually finished winning the last 3 games, which is something we wanted to do to carry us over to the offseason. So we were happy to win those last 3, and we've had an excellent offseason. So we're looking forward to the season.
Well, I've always said that you can't judge a coach truly by his first season. There's always things that you have to work out, just like our first episode here. We got things we got to work through.
Right.
But one of the things that you look at in the first season is you go in, you try to change the culture, and then or continue the culture, whatever you're coming into. But the second season is kind of like, all right, now. So what are some of the things that you're seeing going into the second season that you're pleased about so far?
The mental toughness of my kids right now.
Okay.
Normally when you would see Natchez football, when things went bad, you would kind of see body language change.
Yeah.
Kids would start to pull back, this, that, and the other. So we made the off season with the weights, with the running, with the challenges. We pushed them above and beyond. And coming March, you started to see them say, "Hey, man, let's do it." They, they came ready, and whether they were running 400s or squatting 505 or benching 300 or something, it was hard, but they didn't run from it. And so when we went to Germantown during the spring, who is now 7-8, and they came out, and I guess they thought, we were the same old Natchez.
Yeah.
And they wanted to pound, and we held on. 2 runs over 12 yards, but we made them actually drive the field.
Yeah.
And we played physical, we played fast, and I knew right then we were at the point I actually wanted us to be.
Now you went 3 and 4 in district first year. There's actually been one coach who's had a district winning record at Natchez High since 1999, and that was Robert Raines. He went 16 and 13. So a lot of it has to be mental. You've got to change that persona, that attitude that, hey, we can compete.
That's it. And I think the group of kids we have now, they honestly think we can compete with anybody in the state. So, you know, that's the mindset we wanted to have. And I mean, you know, that's the way, you know, we actually come to work each and every day.
Yeah.
That we can compete. And I told them I actually felt that, and the schedule shows that. We took off some
Some
schools
smaller
that were like
schools.
2A, and we brought in Ocean Springs 7A. They made it to the South Ad State last year. Vicksburg, they went to the North Ad State last year. Macomb. So I mean, you know, we're going to play some real heavyweights.
So you're not hiding from anybody.
We're not hiding from anybody.
That's right.
Not
So is this
anybody
the
else.
first ever meeting with Hancock, your season opener?
Actually, we played Hancock when Coach Reed was there.
Okay.
They were we played them in 2006, and so you know, just having the chance, you know, just to play. When they did the 7 divisions, you know, you started like, you know, losing teams, so you had to try to figure out the schedule again, and so, you know, we were all scrambling, and it just so happened I had tried to get Pearl River Central, but they were booked. And Hancock called, so I was like, "Hey,
Oh, that's
hey
awesome.
man, you know, let's go." And they're a 7A team also, so
Well, big boys.
playing with the big boys. You know?
What do you think of the 7 classifications?
I think it was needed. Having been in 3A for the last 7 years
Yeah.
and seeing 2A, when you have all these, when you have 84 3A schools and you're only sitting at like 32 5 and 6A schools, there was a lot of teams and schools that were just like, you know, missing out. So
Yeah.
I think dividing it up more kind of it's going to make for better football.
Absolutely.
Tell me, let's go back to you personally a little bit. I enjoyed hearing Coach Lloyd talk about this, so I want to ask you the same question. Tell us a little bit about your journey from your Natchez days to how you got to where you are now.
All right. I finished in 1990. I was in that first class when they merged. Okay. And from there, I went to Louisiana Tech. I was a baseball player.
Okay.
I played football my freshman and sophomore years, but back then, if you weren't 5'10", 5'11", you know, 220 running the football, or 6'2", 6'3", you know, during that time with the wing tee and the veer, it was hard to get on the field. Right. So, you know, I was like 5'7", 155 at the time. So, you know, baseball, you know, that was my thing, but I always loved the sport. I first started coaching football in 2000 in Georgia at Stormont High School. Okay. And from there, Coach Lance Reed called me, and I came back here in 2004. I was the offensive coordinator with Coach Stray Woodard. Then from there, I went to Wilkinson County, Delta Charter, which was crazy. Franklin County, back to Natchez. Okay. So this will start my 23rd year coaching.
Okay. And what would you say your coaching style is? What's your philosophy to approach?
My philosophy is to play fast, to play hard, to be aggressive. You know, we're gonna be spread on offense. Based on the talent, we either be spread air raid, spread option. But you know, we do want to, like, you know, spread the field. Defensively, we're a 4-2-5, where we want to be able to shift from a 4 front to a 3 front to get more athletes on the field. So we like to be multiple. Okay. We like to be multiple.
So has the new high school made a difference for the football program?
For us, I don't think that it has for us, you know, per se, because we have what we call right now, what you call it, tunnel vision.
Okay.
We're just focused on this thing. So whether or not we had it or not, you know, all my guys are saying we are chasing a gold ball this year.
But nice to have the middle school on campus. Huh?
Yes, love it. Now, the new high school is nice. I am in love with it, you know, nice facilities, you know, and I was just like, we we talk every day. I wish every school could have a new high school right about
Yeah.
now, or middle school.
Yeah,
The kids deserve it. We all deserve it. So
that's right.
it is nice.
Well,
Well
Steve,
needed.
y'all average 26 points a game and allow 26.5. Right there, that says, you're close a lot of times.
Right. We were close. We lost a lot of games late.
Yeah.
Last year.
Goes back to strength.
Goes back to
training.
strength training. Goes back to finishing. Goes back to
Mental toughness.
mental toughness. So like we can take West Jones. We're in that game. We're down 10 starters.
Cool.
But we're in that game after the half. But we just got worn down. Even when we lost to Hazelhurst last year, we're in that game. We throw 2 big pick sixes late. But we just couldn't go from here to here. And so those games really hurt us last year.
And I'm going to go back to what we was talking to Josh about. Cramps, is that a concern right now?
For us, no, we have conditioned well.
Okay.
We don't really have an issue with cramps. As all coaches do, we preach hydrate, eat protein, doing everything that you need to do. Our kids get in the ice bath, so we try to do all we can. But when we play that first game, I'm expecting cramps because you get that adrenaline flowing and everything get to going.
Right,
So you expect it.
That's right. Who are some guys that we can expect to see a lot from this year?
Offensively, we're gonna start with the trigger man, and that'll be Caden Wall. Caden had a year that was kind of like our year last year. He was coming off of he tore his ACL his freshman year. He had surgery that December, and he started for us that August.
Wow.
So he came back quick turnaround. So he had to get his timing back and his groove and all that. And he was kind of favoring that knee. Being 15, that's a serious. But
that's right.
We saw that when he started to change his game, the offense got better. We started scoring more. Everything was great. So glad to have him back. He's gonna be more polished, more dynamic this year. To me, he has some of the best freaking arm talent here.
Huh.
So, I am being biased, but, when you see it every day, the kid can really spin it.
Yeah.
How
old? What classification is he?
He's a junior.
Okay. So
he's a junior. So
he's still learning,
he's still learning. Yeah, still growing. So, everything is actually starting with him. Defensively, Jakeer everybody loves him. He's on everybody's radar. He's a 6'3", 215-pound edge guy, backer, runs a 4.5 40. Smart kid. So between him, he's a junior, and our 2 middle linebackers, Landon Moore, Jeremiah Tillery, they're also juniors. We think we have the anchor to make the defense even better this year.
The injuries, of course, always play a big part.
Right. So we are trying to add depth. So that's
you got to have it. That's your class.
Got to have it.
Justin's telling me we've got a couple of more minutes, but one thing that I always like to hear this is, record aside, what would you consider a successful season? If your guys did this, what would you consider success?
We've been talking. Getting to the playoffs, winning the first round playoff game, that's something. But seeing us stop the run better, seeing us run the ball more, that'll show we're on the right path. Record aside, but as the kids say, we're gonna be chasing the ring this year. We think we have just that much talent in the building that we can go and try to chase a ring in football this year.
What was the big deal or the big surprise to you as a head coach?
Oh my goodness. You know, being the assistant, you don't understand, but the administrative side of it,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot that actually comes with it. So, you know, the game has changed, school has changed, society has changed. So, you know,
Absolutely.
so, you know, you have a lot more, you know, regulations, a lot more rules. Like for say, with the heat, you know, we used to practice 2 days. Now, you know, Mississippi High School, they have it mandated that if it's a certain temperature, you can practice like an hour, or you can't practice at all until that temperature actually goes down.
Wow.
So we have been inside all week because it's been too hot to practice. But that was actually like, you know, mandated. So I mean, you know, you can't fight it, but it's also good for the kids and the coaches because you know you don't want to lose a kid to a heat stroke.
Don't you wish your coaches would have got that memo?
But I don't think it was this hot back
I
in
agree.
88 and 87.
I know. I said I don't know if I'm getting old and some,
So,
but it seems
right.
hot.
I don't think Tom
extremely
Williams
hot.
would have gone along with that mandate
No,
anyway.
not at all. Not at all.
Coach Joey, do you have anything else
No,
before we get
great.
out? Do you have
Best of luck to
anything?
you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Do you have anything you want to say before you get out, Coach?
I just want the people to just come out Friday night. You know, we're gonna play a very exciting brand of football this year, and you know, we're gonna give Natchez something to be proud about.
Yeah,
So,
good.
you know, that's it.
Thank you, man. It's good to meet you and sit
Thank
down
you.
with you, and we'll
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, buddy. Same.
be talking to you a lot more throughout the season. Best of luck. All right. Thank you. We'll be pulling for you.
All right, thanks to you.
Man, that was two
Too
exciting
great.
interviews.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fired
It
up.
gets
for
you ready,
football
don't
now.
it? It gets you ready.
I'm all fired up for some football now, Dustin. How we looking, Dustin? We still rolling? All right. Like I said, we're working through some first year. We're both first year guys
That's
here. That
You know, one thing I wanted to kind of what he was saying about the changes in school and kids. A couple of things. When I was at the library at Vidalia High Monday, Jalen signing, we were sitting there and waiting on a couple of people to show up, and the kids were kind of milling about. And their senior, which I love this tradition, seniors were painting their parking spots in the parking lot. And Cale Davis, he's been started out Fairleigh junior high coaching, and he's been at Vidalia a while.
Yeah, I know Cal. He's a
Yeah,
good guy.
I said, Cale, you've seen a lot of kids come through, hadn't you? He said, I have. I said, these kids have changed, hadn't they? He said, they have a lot more freedom now. And I said, social media. He said, exactly. But I had a Vidalia High principal, Kara Masling, at Lions Club yesterday, and she was talking about the changes. And I did not know that kids do not have books anymore. And you probably know. I'm sure you know that being a teacher.
No, I didn't. I didn't realize
she
that.
said they got the Chromebook.
Yeah,
And
makes sense. Yeah,
It does. So, and she said there are no longer lockers, which, you know, I can remember right before the bell, all down the hall, wham, wham, wham.
Yeah.
And I hurry in the rush and stuff falling out of your locker, of course.
The
And,
linebacker stuffing me in the locker.
Yeah. So
it's hard being skinny in high school.
But you know, she said the kids have backpacks now, no lockers, and it's just the way it's changed. But you know what hadn't changed, Ronnie, is the kids around here. Every school I go into, the kids are friendly, they're respectful, and that's one thing that won't change. We got some great kids around here.
Yeah,
and you know that from teaching.
They are good kids, man. I'm looking at Jalen here, and Kale's son is a not only a good athlete but a great kid.
I'm expecting.
I took a lot of those kids. I took several of them to me and my late friend Tiberia Bell.
Absolutely.
We took several of them to Pelicans game, and I wouldn't just load up any group of kids and take them to New Orleans, and if I didn't trust them, and if I didn't know that they were great kids. What's our time that we're looking at?
11:18.
Okay, we got a few more minutes.
But and that's you hear about the bad situations or this happening, and it's a shame because 95% of the kids are just great kids, and it was kind of fun to see kids out. they don't have to be there.
Yeah.
When I was in school, I wasn't going to be there till the first day, and they were just doing things, and I think kids are I think they're more motivated now, and coaches play such a big mentor now to
Yeah.
kids.
One of the things that I found whenever I was teaching school, and I tell the people this all the time, that young men and women, they're going to rise or fall to your expectations that you set for them. They're not afraid of high expectations, but you just have to hold them accountable, consistency, and they'll surprise you.
Exactly.
I saw a lot of them surprise me in the classroom, and there's a lot of good kids around here.
And people do not realize what a lot of these coaches go through. I had a veteran coach 2 years ago tell me, he said, "I'm tired." He said, "I've got kids calling me at all hours. Coach, got in trouble. Coach, I had a fight with my mom. Coach, I had a fight with my dad. Coach, I'm supposed to have this for school tomorrow and I don't." And those coaches come through for them where somebody else is not.
That's right. And that's what I would ask anybody that's out there, whether it be a fan or a parent or whatever, realize that these are kids and they do need support.
Exactly.
I would see a lot of kids trying to raise themselves sometimes.
Absolutely. Raising their brothers and sisters.
And the kids get beat up
right
about it, and these kids and this and that, but we have to do better as leaders, as adults and all of that, to put them in position. And the two guys that we had on here a while ago, they've got me all fired up, and I have no doubt that they're both good leaders of young men.
They're there for their kids. I mean, there's some heartbreaking stories out there.
Yeah.
And you don't hear about.
I'm sure they're great football coaches, but they seem like leaders of men, and that's what you have to be first, I think.
Absolutely.
So I think we've got Mr. I think we got Craig Jackson over here from the casino that's going to come in.
If you can get him to stop talking.
If we can, come on, man. We got a show to come on in, man. How are you, bud?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing well.
Businessman first.
I'm
good.
I like it when Joey stands up next to me.
I'm bringing some heels next week.
So, Craig, this is our first episode of Champion Sports Talk here at the Playmakers Sports Bar and Grill Sports Book. It's a mouthful, but it's beautiful here.
It is very nice. Very nice.
We're proud to be here. We're proud that we're going to do this every Thursday morning at 10:30, and we're excited about it. I've got the local legend here. We're on the other side of. Is that Joe? Okay. we try to make him feel good.
I need it. Louder.
So,
Craig, when's the last time you were told to be louder?
I know I'm used to getting shut down, so I'll do a little bit better.
So, Craig, what I wanted to bring you, and after this, we're going to have Tracy Bennett to come in for a minute. But what I wanted to do is ask you, what is your title here?
I'm the director of the sportsbook operations. I'm also the director of the poker operations, and that's my main two titles.
Okay. And the question that I have is for anybody out there watching is, why Magnolia Bluff Sportsbook?
There's a lot of different places around town and in the area that say they have a sports book or a viewing area to watch the football games. And it's just really not true. Most of the restaurants they call it a sports bar, but there's really not a sports bar in this area. And we are a true sports bar. On Sunday, for instance, at noon, the NFL has a habit of showing 9 different games at noon, and then 3 at 3:30, and then 1 at 6. And you wonder why they don't spread those out. But we're the only place in a 100, 200-mile radius that has enough satellites to show each and every game on a big screen or on big screens. So we've got 40 different big screen viewing options just in the book in the restaurant, and up to 222 inches, and another one on the other side on a beautiful river view that's 125 inches. So there's just not another place you can go and watch all these games on huge TVs with a beautiful atmosphere.
It is. It's beautiful. And what about so what about if I want to play? If I say, because this is something that I've been doing this for years in my head, and I think I'm good at it. I'm sure everybody does. But this year I told myself I'm going to start placing some bets on football, college and pro. How does it work whenever I come in here? if somebody doesn't know the process? What
Well,
do we do?
I was going to move forward with that. So we have all the TV and the viewing and the food, which Tracy's going to talk about,
Mhm.
everything you'd want in the sports bar. But then on top of that, we're the only place around here that you can legally go in and place a bet on the games.
Okay.
We offer football games for the NFL, college, hockey, basketball, WNBA, mixed martial arts. We're going to have football futures this year for the NFL. And if you've never placed a bet before, that's what my job, and we have other supervisors here, and we have ticket writers. So we have a people-friendly staff. You don't walk up to a machine that's intimidating and go, I don't know what to do, and you can get overwhelmed pretty quick.
Mhm.
And we actually have live people, real people that will come up and say, hey, Joe, if you want to place a bet and you don't know how, let me just walk you through it real fast.
Yeah.
And it's really a simple process, but it can be intimidating. But we take care of all of that. We have extremely friendly staff. And if you don't like dealing with people, we can show you how to do it on the machine. We do have the kiosk. So you get the best of both worlds, but we are a people-based business. And I think that's what sets us apart from
Yeah.
the other.
So how many calls you get during the week? Hey, what's going to be the line on this game?
Well, we put them out on the NFL as soon as they come out,
Okay.
which would be like Monday or actually Tuesday. As soon as the Monday night game's over, Tuesday you can start betting all the next NFL games.
Where can we find your lines?
Right now, our lines are here.
Okay.
I mean, you have to
So
come here
in. That's right. Okay.
because the thing about the lines is we could post it on maybe Facebook. We may even look at doing something like
Mhm.
that, but the lines change all the time.
Okay.
What the line started out this morning may change within the next hour.
Okay.
So it's an ongoing process. So there's really not a place to view the current line. And if you called any other casino in Mississippi and said, hey, what's your line on the New Orleans Saints, your futures bet? They would tell you to drive to their casino and see, because they're facing the same issues
Yeah.
that everybody faces.
Well, a lot of that depends on how
The
the
lines
bet's going,
change
right?
based on
Yeah.
the action, and
Right.
based on big bettors throughout the country, moves lines all over the country.
Yeah.
So
I know when a line changes real big, you're like, well, something happened.
either somebody found out a player was hurt before time, or just a ton of money, they call it smart money, is going on one side or the other. But a lot of time that smart money, quote unquote, I think people make a living betting the opposite side of
Yeah.
where the public money is going.
Yeah.
I think that can and does happen.
We appreciate you coming on and sharing a little bit about it. A lot of people don't know that Craig just set the line on. Me and Joey are both going to try to grow our hair out, and who's going to get there fastest. And right now, the early money's on Joey, but we'll see. That's the futures bet that just got set.
We call that long odds. Not long hair, those are long odds.
Don't bet the bank on it.
Very long odds.
I might not be able to get action except on one side of that bet. So I don't think our general manager, Tim, is going to be pleased with that.
That's
because,
right.
That's what you call a lopsided action.
Is there ever no winners? Is that because that might be our situation here?
This could be a first. Well,
Man, we appreciate it. We want to get
thank
Tracy in to talk about some of the food and beverage, but
all
we
right.
appreciate you.
Thank
And
you. Good
and
seeing
you're
you.
doing a lot of
Come on, Joey, stand up.
Buddy.
I tower over somebody. Joey, you know how what I
Hey,
think
but
about you.
always
You're
been my
great.
brother. Thank you,
Yeah.
buddy.
I'm looking forward to coming out, winning some money.
There you go.
I
Oh, wow.
might put Tim out of business this year.
Right,
There
you got some buckets. 10:30 in the morning, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's time to get
All
started.
right, so this is Tracy Bennett, who is the food and beverage director.
Yes, that's
Okay,
right.
all right. Oh my goodness. So what are we looking at here?
Well, you got a Sex on the Malibu beach bucket, and
Okay.
you got a slushy margarita bucket. It's something a lot of people don't know that we serve here.
Okay.
The buckets are a hot item here.
Okay,
They are delicious. They're so good.
so tell us a little bit about what's going on in here for the people who don't know about anything food and beverage wise at the casino.
Yeah, definitely. We just started a new menu. We've only had it out for a couple months
Yep.
now. That one you
Is
have
that
there. That's
okay,
the 20
this is
minute
different,
menu.
okay.
Yeah. We just started something for lunch now. We want to make it easy for the people to come downtown and eat. We need to get them in and out really fast. So 20 minutes, we guarantee anything on this menu will be ready in 20 minutes. If
Okay.
not, it's for free.
Awesome.
So all you downtown people, we're ready for y'all to come on out.
Yeah, I'm looking at fried food and balls, burger, the playmakers, catfish platter, chicken tenders. There's a lot on
Yeah.
here.
I mean, a lot of people don't even know that we have a new restaurant here. People
Yeah.
come in and think we still have the buffet. We're down to one restaurant now, and we really wanted to make sure we had a little bit of everything from burgers to wings, steaks, salads, lots of seafood. We really wanted
Okay.
to make sure we had something for everybody.
That's
Awesome. And I've had, I've had dinner with you guys and Tim a few times, and the wings are really good.
The wings, the lemon pepper.
Yeah.
Lemon pepper is my favorite, really good. And then the waffle that comes with it. So the waffle's kind of like dessert. So you got the salty, you got the sweet. You
Yeah.
can't go wrong with those.
Everything that I've had so far has been very good. I think what we're going to get today is what's
The
is that the
special.
August special, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the August
So the
special.
August special is a jalapeno popper burger. It's $16. I'm gonna have the chef bring it out in just a second.
Okay.
It's 2 4-ounce patties. You got cheese oozing out of it, jalapenos, and our French fries. We have this amazing French fry seasoning. We tried about 20
Yeah.
different seasonings till Mr. Tim. I think we were talking about him earlier. We did a lot of French fry tasting. We all gained about 5 pounds. But we got it right. Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
it's really good.
I had lunch over here a couple of days ago, and I got this. I tried the burger, and I looked up, and it was a late lunch, maybe about 1:30 or something, and I was hungry. I didn't eat breakfast. I looked up, and everybody still got like a half of a burger. I didn't have my burger down, and all my fries were gone.
That's how I ate.
I had
too.
a happy plate.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
a little bit
exactly
embarrassed.
how
I was
ate.
like, maybe I should slow down a little bit. But,
Yeah.
So this is awesome. What about the hours and stuff like that for the restaurant?
Well, we changed the hours a little bit. We open up every day at noon. During
Okay.
the week, we close at 9. On the weekends, we close at 10 in the restaurant. But then a lot of people don't realize we do to-go food from 10 o'clock to midnight every night. So
Wow.
when you guys are out late, you need something to eat, come on up.
You got these TVs to
TVs
Mhm.
everywhere. It's a really good atmosphere. We
It
have
is.
a lot of fun in here. Have some cocktails. We just switched to Coca-Cola products.
Mhm.
Everybody's
Yep.
really happy about that. Want to give them a shout out.
right,
They did a
yeah.
great job with that switch
right.
over.
Yeah,
Great
we're gonna
drinks.
be
good
doing
food.
some work with Coke coming up to soon too. So
Yeah.
it's they're good guys, Carter and the
Yeah,
crew.
they're really nice. We've really enjoyed getting to know them. They've taken really good care of us. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're really enjoying it.
So my only complaint about this room
What's your complaint?
is that the chairs are too comfortable.
They are too comfortable.
And I'm scared if I come to watch a football game, I might go to sleep because it might take me a Sunday nap.
You're not going to be the first one to fall asleep in these couches over here. I walk by every once in a while.
Yeah,
Few cocktails, watching the game. Yeah, people fall asleep.
look, it really is, Joey. I mean, were you expecting this when you came
No,
in?
I was not. And nowadays you've got a football game on every night, so
Yeah,
even more reason to come.
Oh, I see the chef coming in.
All right.
Wow.
let's do it.
Let's make some room.
There we go. There
Thank
we
you,
go.
sir.
This is the jalapeno popper
Wow.
burger I was
The
talking about.
jalapeno popper
So this
burger.
is 2 4-ounce
Thanks, Chef.
patties, cheddar cheese,
right. Oh, my
jalapenos,
Oh, that's nice.
stacked high. You got your cheese and your jalapenos oozing out. You can
Oh,
see
my
that French
goodness.
fry seasoning on there we talked
Wow.
about. I know you're gonna tear up those French fries.
That's
Get a
awesome.
Very
good
good.
look at
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you very much. This is awesome.
I'm looking very forward to this. So people can come out any night. If there's a game on Monday Night Football, you guys will be here. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna do some bucket specials for the football season,
Oh, great.
food specials. It really is gonna be the best place to go.
Okay. Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Saturday Football.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we have
Football
enough
and more
TVs to
football.
watch all the games.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
that's the best thing. There is TVs everywhere in here, you guys. And if you haven't been here to check out the new place, you really have to. It got a complete makeover. If you haven't been here, you won't believe it when you walk in. It really feels like you're in a big city.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love it, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me. So,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's good. Run up those tabs.
That's right. That's right. Well, Dustin, I don't want it to drip down my face, but look, I'm gonna take me
I
one.
knew you couldn't help it. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna
You took a good
I'm gonna
bite.
take me one good bite before we get out of here. Hey, and look, we'll be back. We'll be back next week, every week at 10:30 live from Playmaker Sportsbook Bar and Grill at beautiful Magnolia Bluff Casino. Joey,
Hey, it's been a pleasure.
great
brother.
first episode.
Thank
Enjoyed
y'all
it.
for
Thank
having
you for
us.
coming
Thank
out.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
guys for coming out. And you can stream us online, or you can come out and hang out. You could enjoy one of these burgers with us. So we'll see you guys next week. And thanks for tuning in. As always, have a champion day.
Bye, guys.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. I want to tell you about our awesome partners, J.E. Hicks Distributing Company, also known as Hicks Chicks. Hicks Chicks is a local, family-owned food distribution company that has been serving the Miss Lou since 1945. You already know they serve all of your favorite restaurants, but did you know they are also open to the public? Hicks has a variety of food products, including delicious heat and eat options like chicken and dumplings, white bean chicken chili, lasagna, and gumbo. They also carry a wide variety of seafood options like shrimp, crabs, tuna steaks, salmon, and catfish. And don't forget about their famous TNT burgers that are already pattied up for you and their amazing dessert options. So go see the awesome team at Hicks Chicks at 1380 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Natchez. Hicks Chicks, way more than just chicken.
Welcome to your new hospital, Trinity Medical. Located in Faraday, Trinity Medical is the only acute care facility in the Tri-Parish area. Here you will find an active pursuit of holistic health, a strong, honest group of clinicians, and a consciousness of others that transcends the 80,000 square feet committed to you and your loved ones. Trinity Medical. People you know, caring for people you love.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We're out at our awesome partners, Greg Veterinarian Clinic, and we are in the back in the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. I'm standing in the Magnolia Bell Suite, which is one of 5 elite boarding suites available to your 4-legged furry friends when you travel this summer. Each suite comes with a private bed, flat screen TV, 24/7 video monitoring, and a sliding door so your pet feels like they're home. They provide one-on-one walking and activities in a fenced-in private backyard. So call Greg Vet Hospital today and request your pet suite at the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. They'll leave the light on for you. Call Greg Veterinary Hospital today.
I dig that you guys.
Feel okay with it?